You know when you have to start and stop several times just to get through a movie? You know that's not a good sign. Sister Act 2, released in 1993, and is directed by Bill Duke, who's behind such films as A Rage in Harlem, Deep Cover, and Hoodlum. 3 films that I've never seen. The film stars Whoopi Goldberg, Kathy Nahimi, James Bourbon, and Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith. Whoopi Goldberg is back as Dolores, who is now a famous Las Vegas performer. And apparently business is so good that when her nun friends for the first movie ask her to come to their new teaching mission to help them teach the music class, she just right away says yes. Oh, we'll get to that. But she quickly finds out that the students are a rambunctious sort, not paying attention, disruptive, pulling pranks on their teachers. But Dolores, now back under the guise of Sister Mary Clarence, discovers that these kids have a talent when it comes to singing, and through rehearsal montages, we get them to be a choir. And they're entered into a choir competition to potentially save the school. Yeah, that storyline is just kind of shoehorned in here. Oh my god, I just figured out the best way to describe this film. This is like one of those shitty after-school specials that teachers would show you in middle school or in Sunday school to show you how to be a good person because you were being bad, or to scare you into being a good person. You remember those? Yeah, they didn't work on me. And neither did this film. This movie is an after-school special in terms of the acting, in terms of the story, and in terms of the quality. And the weird thing is, so many people around me love this movie. Like, love this movie way more than the first one. I grew up on the first Sister Act. I love that movie. And it's such a great story. The girlfriend of a mobster witnesses a murder, and in order to save her for that court date as a witness, they dress her up as a nun and they throw her into a convent. Because the mobster will never look there. And then while she is there, she kind of helps breathe a little life back into the church choir, which helps the church and its surrounding community. Plus, it has Harvey Keitel. You can't top that! So to hear people say that 2 is better than 1, how? Let's start with this plot. Oh boy. So the movie opens and Whoopi Goldberg is singing a concert in Vegas, and it's a mashup of all these different songs, and it's not good at all. Like, in terms of the quality of the performances, which I think was kind of the point of it, but also in terms of her singing. She ain't sounding good. And I'm thinking, you want this person to come teach your music class? And yeah, after the concert, the 3 nuns from the first film come in and they're like, please, Dolores, please, come back and teach these kids. They're hellraisers. Well, actually, they don't tell her that they're hellraisers. In fact, they didn't even tell her that there's really a problem. They just need her to come back and teach the class. Yes, these nuns are lying. And besides from the nuns lying part, this is probably the biggest thing that I have an issue with this film. They bring in Dolores undercover as Sister Mary Clarence. They are deceiving the heads of the school, the superintendent, and God, again. What happened to background checks of teachers? Do you know how many certifications and tests that you have to pass and interviews and background checks that you have to have just in order to be approved to teach somewhere? But no, they just walk around and like, oh, yep, she's gonna be teaching. Not a single background check, not a single interview, never met this person before. Does this person have a certificate to teach in this state? Probably not. Who knows? They never checked. This movie's premise is so beyond the realm of reality for me that I'm like, no, this will never happen. That's funny, I buy into like Star Wars and Justice League and Avengers and all that sci-fi stuff. And yet I'm bothered by this. What does that say about me? And then the big climax of the movie is this new reformed student body that actually kind of became nice in a very quick montage, by the way. They take part in a choir competition to hopefully win and keep their school open? Yeah? I don't know, that bit was kind of tacked on at the end there. But at least that is one of 2 times that we get to hear the choir sing. That's the other thing I was asking. Where's the music in this film? That was the best part of Sister Act 1. We got to see several examples of these stiff, elderly, white nuns starting to loosen up and start singing from their gut and from their soul and affecting the members of the congregation through that. These people didn't end up singing for fame or for money. No, these nuns were singing to find that closer relationship to God, which is a very powerful desire to have. In this movie, they're singing for a trophy and monetary gain. Not very inspiring. And the nuns that do show up in this film are just shells of their previous self from the first movie. I thought they learned how to be self-sustaining, but nope, that's kind of just thrown out the window. They apparently can't do anything without Dolores. Someone who's not a nun is better than the actual nuns. And they love to say, oh, Dolores, you did it again, over and over and over. I'm always saying that a sequel needs to be its own thing, yet be established in the universe that the first film created. This movie, nope, it is just a rehash of the first one with less music and it's less inspiring. Heck, the first one ends and this choir is singing to the Pope, and in this one they're singing for at least 3 judges. Now, there are some really nice things that happen in this movie. In particular, when the students start to listen to Sister Mary Clarence about music. There are some very powerful teaching moments in this film. And I love seeing it when students start to find meaning and to find purpose behind learning about music or theater or art, just any of those. Because you do learn a lot from the arts. Now, if only some higher up officials understood that. But unfortunately, all of these teaching moments are just drowned by this lackluster plot in these characters. And then you have the whoop-doop-a-doo fathers who are just bumbling their way through this film. And then you have the money-hungry, ready-to-close the school superintendent dude. I mean, he might be superintendent, I can't remember, and I don't care. Sorry, the more I talk about this film, the more pissed off I get. So in the end, Sister Act 2 is not good. At all. It's even worse than what I remembered. Everything just seems second-rate compared to the first film. The music, the storyline, the characters, just everything. You know, at first, I had a pretty average score for this movie, but the more I kept thinking about it, the score just kept lowering and lowering and lowering. It actually took me a very long time to get through this film, with all the starts and stops. I could only take so much. It was like, okay, taking a little bit, now regroup. Taking a little bit, regroup again. I mean, I finally know why I haven't seen this film since 1993, and I'll probably never watch it again. Not by choice, anyway. And if you are someone that really loves this film, I mean, awesome. Good for you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I didn't, and I don't understand how you do. So, I'm gonna give Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit 1 out of 5 Blu-rays.
What? No.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part in my video where I randomly select which movie I'm watching next. Let's take a look. Ghost in the Shell! The anime. Yeah, not the whitewashed Scarlett Johansson version. Even though I haven't seen that one either, but I did pick it up this past Black Friday for really cheap, so eventually I'll get around to it. I found this movie for really cheap, for $5, and I'm pretty sure it's the English dubbed version, so it's probably not going to be as good as the original voices. I don't know, I honestly, I've heard great things about this film. A lot of people have been inspired by it. I believe it's like 1996, 95, somewhere in there. And I keep hearing good things, so I'm really excited to check this one out and see what all the fuss is about. So everyone, have you seen Sister Act 2? What did you think about it? Or, if you've never seen it before and for some reason you stumbled across it because of this recommendation, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And when you're done commenting, please like and subscribe to my channel so you know the next time I'm posting my next movie review. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of Ghost in the Shell. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.